All right, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
Guess what? It grows the economy. Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody.
The Legion household.
He said, how are you doing?
I have Beckerman. What up, Mark?
I got my friend Umberto down the street.
And Kyle, what's up, brother? We got Chris in here. What's up, Chris? What up, Mark? What's going on? Are you going to give us the NFT update? Oh, what up, Norman? David, joining us.
I want to know who the fuck is the real comic book community? Who? Is it this weirdo?
What up, C-Bizzle?
Station.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
What's up, guys?
What up, Digger Jim?
Like,
What's
yeah.
up, Travis? What up,
Bro?
dude? Mike would be a great guy to tell a story.
What's going on, Blake?
Scotty, are you involved? Hey, what up, Drag? Good to see you, homie. What up, BLC? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Remy Q, what's up, my guy? Hey, what up, Carrie?
Yes,
She let it-
I Google things.
God,
I think it's
Big
funny,
in the
though,
house.
that-
What's up, dude?
Biggie.
What up, LCS? You know anything about this?
Circumstance, can you hum it for us?
No. dun, 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 dun. What up, man? Spinetics crew in the house.
Oh, you look especially shiny today, Phil.
Trev, the shipping guru. What's up, my dude? What's up, Sagi? What's up, man? Rob's Fat Stacks. Are you here to stop FOC? Shout out to Frog Brawler. What's up, Alan? Comic Viking.
You're right, guys.
Cuffy's in the house from my guy Flo.
What's up, baby?
Uh-oh, we got another first-time appearance. Great show tonight. Lady Fantastic in this Christmas. What up, Mad Spidey? Thanks for coming through, my
Finally,
man.
get
How you
on
doing?
one. I'm in for so much stuff.
We got Papa in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for jumping.
Butts.
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill, or some might say FOC verse chill. Will we FOC or will we chill? I got super close to doing FOC last week. But Bleeker came in last minute and foiled my plan. So we did not do it last week. It's been since episode 11 since I actually got to do it. We'll see if episode 52 is that magic number. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. You probably should be following me on Instagram. I just hit 10,300 followers, which is not a big deal, but for me, that's a lot of damn followers. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Check out what I'm doing on there if you're not on there. But I shared a reel talking about what we might discuss tonight. I don't know. Maybe we could discuss Ed Piskor. There's been a lot of chat in the comic book community, the circle, about the recent news about Ed Piskor apparently grooming, allegedly, I should say, grooming a young 17-year-old girl, which I think was an artist. It seems clear in the messages that she was an artist. And he was using his you could argue he was using his influential position to try and gain leverage advantage with her. It definitely comes across that way as what he's trying to do if you read the text messages. And it's real creepy. Some people are saying they're done with Ed. And then there's some people who are attacking this woman, which is crazy. But we can get into that if anybody's interested. I do have a nice article that really breaks it down really well, I thought. If anybody wants to jump in and talk about that or really anything else The link is pinned in the chat, so let me know. Otherwise, we can do the FOC, baby. You know it ain't no thing. But let me go ahead and show that article because I thought it was really good in terms of giving you all the information that you need about it. It was from, and I actually bookmarked this site. I'm going to check it out, but it's from comicsbeat.com, which I had not found this site previous to looking for news articles about this. But this one was posted yesterday at 1:45, and I thought it did a good job, like I said. So the Ed Piskor, the cartoonist behind such acclaimed works as Hip Hop Family Tree and X-Men Grand Design, has been accused on social media by multiple women of grooming and other forms of misconduct. The accusations began this past week when a young female presenting cartoonist, whose name we are not publishing here, shared screenshots of DMs with Piskor via Instagram stories. The screenshots showed dated DM conversations with Piskor that took place in 2020 when the cartoonist was just 17 and Piskor was 38. Based on the screenshots, Piskor was aware of her then age and calls the cartoonist a naughty girl and says she'd be a good partner in crime before asking, "You're not a snitch, are you?" He also sends her a photograph of a room in his house saying, "You could crash here if you ever wander into my side of the state for a few days." Piskor and the cartoonist both live in Pennsylvania. The screenshots shared are from May of 2020, just a month before a wave of sexual misconduct allegations against comic creators like Cameron Stewart, Jason Latour, and Warren Ellis were made public. See, that must be Comicsgate, right? Because I didn't know anything what that. I didn't understand what that was referencing. I'm assuming it's Comicsgate, though. If you thought that might have made Piskor think twice about his own behavior, though, that appears not to have been the case. In text that accompanies the screenshots, which you can see below, the cartoonist indicates that Piskor has continued to DM her inappropriately to this day. The young woman also said this is not a cancellation of Ed Piskor, that other cartoonists have been aware of Piskor's behavior for a long time, and that she posted the screenshots in an attempt to warn other young cartoonists about his behavior and an apparent pattern of attempted grooming. And then there's, of course, the screenshots. The other thing I thought was interesting was that there was another woman posted. What does it say here? Cartoonist and animator Molly Wright posted on Instagram and Twitter that Piskor had propositioned her for oral sex in exchange for his agent's phone number. I'll delete this eventually because I don't want this gross, slimy scumbag to taint my timeline for good, so I'll keep this short and brief. Several people are coming forward with their Ed Piskor stories. At first, I shrugged it off because I've known he was a creep for a very long time, which some of you already know because I've been vocal about it. But recently I learned that one of them was a minor. He was perusing a minor at the time, pursuing, I'm assuming is what that is, a minor at the same time as me. I know she's getting a ton of shit for what happened, so I'm posting this in support of her, which she goes on to go into it, which I think it's sad, when these come up. I mean, a bunch of people who don't know either way, deciding to attack one or the other, coming after them, especially the alleged victim. It's just crazy to me. Yeah, I think that was the best synopsis of really what is out there. And I have mixed thoughts about it. I think, one thing I always say is that, no one is all one thing, and this is not all Ed is, but this one thing is definitely not a good thing. And I don't see a problem at all with this woman trying to give other people a heads up, especially other young people, a heads up, hey, that this is something that you may not want to fall into. So if you're attacking this woman, you could fuck off, pretty much, unless you have some sort of groundbreaking evidence to make that an incorrect statement. Because, I hate to see the way we are on social media. I think I might have said this last week, but like I've had a few of my posts, my reels go viral, and just watching the comments that people come in, it's like, what is wrong with you in your life where this is like what you're commenting? You're just like, it's given me a different perspective on how we use social media, just watching these people and how they decide to post on these things. And my posts are supposed to be for fun, and there's a joke there, but maybe there's some controversy if you want to take it there, but really it's supposed to just be a joke. And so there's all these people that want to just ignore the joke and go straight to the controversy. And I'm just deleting all those people because fuck all that shit, dude. I'm not interested in the culture wars. But let's get to the chat. I've been talking for a very long time. We got Las Cruces, my man from New Mexico, representing. What's up, man? Thanks for coming through. One of the winningest dudes here recently, and I think you deserve it, man. When you put in the time to support all these channels, you should be allowed to win. And I don't have a All right, we got my man Phil's Treehouse. Never enough, Phil's. What's up, Phil? Thanks for coming through, my man. Brian LCS, the man, the myth, the legend behind the CBC Awards. That'll be getting started here in June, so be ready for that. What up, Brian? Thanks for coming through. Eli G in the hizzy. What's up, Eli? Thanks for coming. I appreciate you, man. We got C Bizzle in the hizzle. What's up? I've been enjoying checking out. I've been trying to do a better job of checking out my friends' videos. And I've been enjoying some of your videos, man. So keep doing what you're doing. You definitely fixed the music on the last one, so that was good. Okay. But what up, man? Thanks for coming through. Sledhead, my man, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Looking forward to hanging out with you and my comic book dad tomorrow night. But what up to Sledhead? Thanks for coming. We got the hunt, my man. Nate's Comics in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for coming through. Pimp named Slaughter is gonna be back. I got some things I need to promote. Of course, we've got the Comic Book Community Awards, which I'm gonna be down to push that and try and get the word out for that. Get as much participation in that award show as possible. And then, of course, the original reason I brought this thing out, Comics Curing Cancer. That's coming up here. That's still going. It's already going. There was an anonymous donation of $5,000 already to the fund already. So it's off to a grand old start. Of course, the big event is not until October, but the fundraising is all year. So check out Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram for all the information that you may need. And I have a stack of these cards right here that I'll be taking to my LCS tomorrow. Who he has agreed to display them at his counter. So I'll be doing my little part that I can to try and spread the word about Comics Curing Cancer. And the best thing you can do is do your little part as well. Tell your friends about it, especially people who are interested in comics, original art, and the things that are going to be available. Definitely let them know. And if you have some important friends, mention to them, hey, you might want to throw something their way and support this great cause. I'm very proud of myself. Last year, Scotty Vaughn had Trish Forstner, and he just recently had her on actually this past yesterday. So check that out. But Scotty Vaughn had Trish Forstner on last year, just before Comics Curing Cancer. And I'm pretty proud of myself that I slipped it in there to where she ended up donating some original art that helped the cause. So that was very awesome of her. And she might not have done it if Scotty Vaughn had not got her that on that platform, and we gotten a chance to bring it up to her. So if you have an opportunity to bring it up to someone, I would say do that, and maybe get them to donate something, and push this number up, because we got 50,000 last year. We gotta smash that number again. We got to keep our pace. So we got to do what we can, and then of course. Be ready for the big show at the end of the year, which will be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of stuff to grab. And also, if you got plugins to big channels, especially in this space, if we could just get some of these channels to talk about this great cause, I think it's a thing that it's going to be real easy to get people behind. I mean, because who doesn't want to fuck up cancer? Who doesn't want to fight cancer? And there's no grift here. You're donating directly to the American Cancer Society, so there's absolutely no grift here. It's all going to the research, so there's no reason not to get behind this thing. I don't understand why everybody would get behind it. So thank you for giving me a chance to bring that up. What up, Digger Jim? Thanks for coming through. That's my man. Looking forward to seeing you. We just booked our hotel. Actually, it's not the same one we stayed at 2 years ago. I'll have to look up the name of it, but I've got my flight booked. I've got my hotel booked, and I'm going to be ready. I haven't bought my ticket yet, but I'm going to be ready to go. I went ahead and winged it, actually, and applied for a press pass at Heroes Con. I highly 1,000% doubt that I'm going to get it. But shoot your shot. Why not, right? We got my man John. What up, Cali Comics? Thanks for coming through. Enjoyed hanging out with him and Beckerman and Pocan Joe and Bleeker here recently on Comic Vikings channel. It's very cool. Check it out. Beckerman got a nice gift from Pocan Joe. He made him something real cool. So check that out when you got time. A great one. We got my man Evil's Comics in the house. What's up, Mike? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. What else? Man, something's wrong with my throat. We got my brother Pocan Joe. Thank you for coming through, my man. Had such a good time with you at Planet Comic Con, and I can't wait to do it again here in Charlotte, man. Looking forward to that. But I'm definitely going to eat dinner this time. Hell yeah. Campbell should absolutely do butts. And speaking of artists, though, I think I saw Stephen Platt is going to be at Heroes Con, which is extremely exciting to me. And I'm excited that he's alive because I posted on Josh's Comics recently. He had made a post on a Stephen Platt cover from back in the day. And I said, man, I love Stephen Platt so much. He was my favorite when I was a kid. And he said, yeah, he passed away too soon. I was like, passed away too soon? What are you talking about? And I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I was wrong. Stephen Platt died and I was following some random other Stephen Platt on Instagram who was posting, but I was not wrong. Stephen Platt's still alive. So thank God for that. He came back from the dead. What up, Dracula? Looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you at Heroes Con. Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. We got my man Bleeker, the hero of last week, stopped me from getting to it. And well, we'll see. I might get there this week here, getting through the chat, and then we'll see what happens here. New 52. I don't know what that is. I never read any of those books. Thank you. I do love this shirt, man. I love that Werther style. It's the way that I love Erica drawn in a lot of ways, but at the end of the day, Werther style is how she is meant to be. And that comic book would just not be the same without his style. So thank you to Werther for being dope and giving me this great art on this shirt that I love so much. What is that? A bathwater king? Oh man, one of my favorite quotes that no one ever gets is from the movie Color Purple. I guess they recently remade Color Purple, but I'm talking about the original Color Purple. There's a scene where this woman's dancing in like this club, and one of the dudes says, "I would drink her bath water," and I will never forget him saying that as a kid because I was like, "That is disgusting." I liked girls at the time. It was like, man, that's gross. That is so gross. But now as a grown nasty man, I'm like, yeah, I get what he means now. So I love that line. And it's one of my favorite lines that I say that no one ever, never gets the reference. And it is a weird line to say, really, which makes it even better for me, obviously. And I've kissed them all. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It happened fast, too. It took me forever to get to 3,000. And then I figured out a formula of sharing old stuff. And it just blew up. So we'll see how long that lasts. Who knows? Let's see. I don't know who Warren Ellis is. I'll have to look that up. I have no idea. We got Beckerman in the house. Great show tonight over at Comic Viking. And great ring. Yeah, the people love you. That's for sure. I don't quite get it. I think you're okay. But everyone else loves you. So you got that going for you in life, And you got Jill. So what more could you ask for, really? You're doing pretty well, I'd say. Yeah, I was thinking this too, and I was reading a lot as I was looking this up, trying to know what I was talking about. There was a lot of people mentioning that, they hope that Jim Rugg is clear of this, and that maybe they can get another host for a cartoonist kayfabe, and it can keep going. Because there was a ton of people, people who don't like Ed are coming out of the woodwork, obviously now. So there was a ton of people who were saying that they liked that channel, but they didn't like Ed's negative attitude. And so he was a reason why they didn't watch it, or they didn't watch it as much. I did, who knows? That's a small sampling, and obviously the people who are going to come out and talk right now are going to be those people. If you watch the show for Ed, you're probably not trying to sing that from the rooftops at this point in time. Kind of reading the room on that one. What is, you know, this is an organic thing. I've got to come up with something. I've actually been trying to come up with skits that I could do, but I'm not much of a writer, so it's been struggle bus. But that is kind of my plan, is to try and do some sort of skits to help promote those things that I talked about earlier. Oh, well, it was not Comic Skate, so I don't know what I'm talking about. We got Trev in the house. What's up, Trev? Thanks for coming through, my man. I appreciate you taking some time. It does, and that's something that I've, you know, like I said, with all the extra traffic on my Instagram page, it's just something that really sticks out. Is just the number of, now there's a lot of people showing love. There's this one, wow, what post was that? One of my, oh, it was the George Carlin post. There's this one really crazy long. I actually pinned her comment, and at first when she came through, I didn't take her seriously at all, because we obviously disagreed about what she said, and I just didn't take her seriously. But you know, she proved to be a pretty smart commenter, and I actually ended up enjoying her. If you check out that thread, it's crazy long. But in that thread, I had to delete a lot of people who came in like threatening her, you know, physically, and it's what the fuck, man? We've just got this thing where we have to agree on every single thing. Every single thing is a battleground. It's like every single thing is a deal-breaking battleground. It's crazy. It's crazy. We used, you know, it used to be all right. You can't be, you know, just basic things. You can't be racist. You got to be just basic things. But now you have to like the shows I like. You have to, you know, it's just it's way more strict. Oh, God help us. And, you know, I think that there is a lot of people who think they're fighting a literal war on social media. And I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, let's say that let's say I'm a Biden supporter and I'm gung ho. I forgot my point, actually. Damn it. Let me try and remember my point, because I'm trying to read comics. All right. I'll try and remember my point while I'm trying to catch up with these comics. But it's so divided. Every single thing is just immediately divided. If you take one single position, people will write your entire story and then and use that story that they made up to completely write you off. And it's just disheartening. And you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Ozymandias in The Watchmen was right about everything. It's like, we need an existential threat to make us understand that we're all on this tiny blue ball, and it's all we got, and this is all we got, this life. And we just, I don't know that we should be using it hating each other on the internet anymore, but it's part of what. And honestly, and I'll just say, this is my, you know, everybody has their conspiracy theory, right? My conspiracy theory is a lot of the hate that you see is pushed and generated by foreign elements, foreign governments, i.e., you know, the Chinese and the Russians for sure would have reasons to foment dissent among us. You saw there was textbook evidence in 2016 of Russian trolls setting up a Facebook page for, you know, Black Lives Matter or whatever it may be, and setting up a protest on a corner, and then have another page for the opposite, whatever it may be, and setting up a protest on the other side of the corner, just fomenting dissent and using everything that we can. And it's like, we're the good guys in terms of our government system and our free speech and our ability to say things, but they're using that goodness. And this is like a trope in comics, right? Like, they're using our goodness against us. The good guy wants to save everyone, so the bad guy throws people off the cliff so that he has to go save them, you know, using our goodness and free speech against us, man. And it pisses me off because we're participating in it with all of this hate that we're getting, that we're pushing to each other, you know, just hate every day. There's so many Twitter accounts or Instagram accounts that they're just pushing hate. Like, it was me and Carrie, what was the argument about? But somebody in the comic book community, it was Animal, I think, had created a burner account and was arguing with Carrie, officially unofficial geek, was arguing with her under this burner account and accidentally posted in the argument with his main account. So we saw who the fuck he was. And it's like, man, that's the type of shit that's going on. That's how we're spending our time in this country is making burner accounts to argue over things that don't actually fucking matter. But all right, that's enough of my cynicism, man. Let's get back to the well, I'd like to read the article. Wasn't able much. Let me share that article. I mean, I read a good chunk of it, but here, let me share it to you as well. If you want to check it out and check out that website, man. Actually looked like a good website. I was trying to see what they got going on there. I'm always looking for comic book news, especially I need some drama. Hey, we're getting close to it. We're getting real close to it. But I'm almost to the end of the chat here. And then we're going to start talking about those sorts of things. We got Ben Compton in the house. What's up, Ben? What up, my brother? You know what? I accidentally skipped someone here. I am rushing through. There he is. What up, Dr. Vaughn? Thanks for coming, brother. I appreciate you coming through as always. However much time you got to give me, man, I super appreciate it. Always good to see you. Check my man out on the YouTubes. A great guy, fun guy, and great makeup too. Really great makeup. Let's see. We got my man Durs in the house. Well, Heroes Con is definitely going to be some love going on at Heroes Con because they've got a booth. C3 has a booth at Heroes Con. So we're definitely going to be spreading all kinds of C3 love. I'm sure they're going to have some great events. I know Durs is planning to do some interviews there. So that'll be fun. Everybody should do their part to push this thing out, man, because that's what this thing is, community driven. It's three guys, Rob's Fat Stacks, Legion of Comics, and DJ Links, who are doing a ton of heavy lifting and work and shipping and donation of their personal finances and time. Absolutely doing a ton. And the way that we can thank them for that is by doing our part. By screaming about this from the mountaintops, just screaming about it, just being annoying about it to everybody that push this stuff on your profiles, and just make sure that you are known as that annoying person who's always posting about that comics curing cancer thing. That's going to be your job for the next 6-7 months, right? So do the best that you can. I know I'm going to do the best that I can. But thank you, DVH. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. Which you're at the Hilton. My wife's, my wife is my leader. You see those posts about the passenger princess, and usually it's the woman who is like oblivious to everything, and their man is planning and pushing everything. But that's in my relationship. I am completely oblivious. I got my backpack, and my wife has everything else, boarding pass, everything. I don't know what's going on. I'm just doing what I'm told. I am absolutely 1,000% a passenger princess. So that stuff is always funny to me. Okay, hold on. Let me find this text, though. It's the Hilton. Yeah, it's the Hilton. So sounds like we're in the same one. My wife said it with the old one was like $130 more a night. The one that we stayed in last year was going to be $130 more. And I was almost just going to do it. But then I saw that Hilton wasn't far away. It was right there on the corner, too. And so I was like, all right, it's right there, too. So why not just take the savings? So I wanted to get in the Westin with all the cool people, but that thing has been booked. Has been booked, dog. That shit was fast. I am nasty. It's true. Yes, man. Yes, it is. I was when someone first sent it to me, I didn't want to believe it, honestly. It was Nordenrad actually that sent it to me. And I was like, oh, I Googled it and I didn't see anything about it. And then he sent me the specific stuff. And now, of course, if you Google it, you will see stuff about it. Oh, we got Middle School Geek in the house. What's up, man? That's a first time appearance there in the chat. What up, Dad? Man, thanks for coming through. Thank you for selling me some dope books at Planet Comic Con. I always love digging through your stash, man. You always got some nice Avengers fillers for me. So thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. We got Sleepy Reader, my man Damien in the house, one of the old school, one of the beginners of this thing, or one of the, maybe not the beginner, but definitely been here a long time. Man, I need to get some water here. Warren Ellis wrote Planetary and Transmetropolitan and The Authority and got canceled one of all of his when they found out about each other. Well, he was just a floozy then, because you don't get canceled for being a whore, do you? You get canceled for going after vulnerable people and being a predator. But that's being a player. You don't get canceled for that, do you? I don't know. Maybe you do now. I don't know exactly what that means. What is next wave? I don't know what that means either. What's up, Hack? Thanks for coming through, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We got Scott in the house. What's up, Hoarder's Hide? Thanks for coming through. Another one of the Wednesday night homies. What's up, Hooked on Juno? Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. We were talking. I was going to see if anybody wanted to talk Ed Pisker, but everybody's passing on that conversation. And I am dude, I am out on the whole thing, man. I'm not fighting. I don't want to fight about things that I can't control. And I don't want people to not like me because of things I can't control. So I'm going to pass on the whole shebang. Oh, everybody's out. I think I'm way behind here. I think you guys probably when I had a point about I was going to make up an analogy about Biden. I completely forgot lost my train of thought. Uh-oh, that seems bad. That seems real bad. Yeah, that's depressing thought. That's a depressing thought. That it could happen and it wouldn't even matter. That's going to send me even further into despair than I already am. Because I can't immediately dismiss it. I can't immediately say no. I was like, actually, we probably would still. We would fucking hate each other and still fight. Oh my God. Oh geez, that's gonna hurt. Thanks a lot for that one, Sledhead. I'm gonna think about that when I go to bed tonight, and it's gonna make me depressed. Thank you, man. I've been working on it, man. I've got most of my walls filled. I got some spots still to fill up, and I'm definitely going to because I'm gonna make the whole thing definitely stacked. Hey, we got Stu in the house. Thanks for coming through, making it live. Hey, man. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming through. Link is in the chat if anybody wants to jump on and say what's up, talk some drama, anything. Sweet keychain, bro. That's one of my favorite ones. Like, that was blood in the water, dude. I'll never forget that. Sweet victory. Sweet victory. Oh, I thought you were serious. Like you were gonna get in there and just churn content, which I support. Let's churn Let's churn C3 Comics Churn Cancer content, baby. I'm all for it. Man, Comics by the Bay is in the house. I would tell you what, I don't know what's wrong with me because I was watching his channel the other day, and there was multiple times I was like, why am I still sitting here? And then I'd still sit there. But this man had a hot dog sticking up in front of the camera, and we were just watching the squirrel, waiting for him to eat the hot dog, which he never did. But yeah, that was how I spent some of my day. Thank you for wasting that time of my life, Comics by the Bay. I had a good time. Chat was always fun. We're all in there wondering what the fuck we're doing, why we're doing it. And what is up with those guys and hot dogs, man? They're just still. How long is that thing going to go on for? Oh, yeah. Well, you got to have standards, right? Bobby De La Ghetto. What's up, Bobito? Thanks for coming through, my Kansas City brother. Yes. I thought you were saying we could take a cab. I was like, no, I'm just walking, but you meant can. I get it. Dude, like me and Ross, go out of town a few miles and so much more laid back. Yeah, I'm going to be shit-faced drunk, though. And when you shit face drunk, you don't want to have to go far. So that'll be the important thing for me on that. Yeah, and that too. That is also very nice. Hey, we got my comic book dad in the house. Check out Indie Comics and Reviews tomorrow night at 8 o'clock God's time. I'm so happy. Thank you, Lorenzo, for saying hi. What's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, what artists? All right, Phil's. I don't think that works. I don't think that works at all. Gore, what's up? See, I'm gonna push back on this one then, Gore. I don't like you can be a Prince Charming player who's just actually you gotta I mean, but you always have to lie. I mean, you're a liar, obviously, if you're doing that. And that's not lying's not good. So there's a point to that. But should you be canceled for being a liar? It's not the same thing as it's not predatory. I mean, it's not a good thing, right? It's not noble or anything, but it's not predatory. You know? I don't think so. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am though. I mean, it depends on how you are, like the kind of guy like that, you kind of get like a stereotype that he is probably a little predatory. But I've also known guys who are just that way with women, they just want, like I had a roommate like that once. He was a good looking dude actually, but like women just wanted to fuck him. I used to be so jealous too. But yeah, so some guy he was definitely not a predator, but he was getting women. I don't think he was lying to him though. I think they didn't give a shit. Man, to have been in his shoes for just I've had my times, but my good times were never that good. It was never that easy for me. Jeez Louise. All right, what else we got here? I never know what's going on with Phil. Oh, that dude is so funny. Check him out on Between the Lines, man. I love him filling in. I love TM. We miss TM. But while TM is gone, man, Phil's doing a great job filling in, man. So thank you for doing that. And you're really great at it. I remember one of the best things about Spine Ticks back in the day was your Ed McMahon role that you played. I loved it. It was so fun. You were so good at it. I remember multiple times just being marveled at how good you were at that. So shout out to Phil, man. Great stuff. We got Flo in the Izzy. Let them fight. I agree. Yes, you want to jump? The link is in the chat. You guys have been talking so much. I haven't been able to get to the end of the chat here. I'm getting close, I think. Hold on. I'm going to start moving faster so we can start making some decisions about what we're going to be about. But hopefully Cartoonist Kayfabe can keep going with Jim and some other hosts. I know a lot of people suggested one dude. I can't remember who it was, but I guess he fills in. Come on, Current, baby, pull this one out. A tie is a win in soccer, though, right? Or I mean, we're basically, yeah, my man. Yeah, and nobody. I mean, I ain't mad at you. It's not a pleasant subject, I just didn't know if anybody had any thought. I did want to mention Carrie, officially unofficial or official. I can never get her name right, but Carrie, officially unofficial geek. I think that's right. Yeah, I know that's right. She had a post on Instagram, which I thought was interesting because there's been and what's up, brother John? Thanks for coming through, my man. But there's been a ton of people who've talked about, oh yeah, we've known about Bisker for a long time. And, everybody's like, yeah. He's like, well, then why? And her point was like, where have you been? Why have you not been sounding the alarms for this person? Why are you waiting for this young woman to put her neck on the line? For you to come in and say, oh, yeah, we knew this all along. So I thought that was an interesting point that she had made. Definitely. But brother John, what's up, my man? Thanks for coming through. Because of the chicken hat. You don't, actually. And I think this is true because a lot of times if you're just vague and mysterious, girls won't dig too deep. Because, before I met my wife here in Kansas City, I had a little time dibbling and dabbling out there. And And I didn't lie. I told the truth, you can just tell the truth. And if it don't work out because you told the truth, then, that's not the only woman. So you just move on. So yeah, I guess you're definitely right about that. No lie there. I don't know what because of the chicken. I think I'm missing pieces of the ties. No, I know. I'm just joking, Phil. Calm down. I'm just joking. That's right. 1 point can't save the season, though. All right, I'm going to check out that link because I have no idea what that is about. All right, we are to the end. We're to the end of the chat, guys, and it's time for us to make a decision. And that decision is to talk about FOC. Now, one thing I noticed that is weird this week is there was no Marvel on the FOC, so I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Let's see here. Final orders cut off. We got K-pop lurking in the Izzy. It's okay to lurk. It's the numbers show me that I got lurkers in there, and I got love for the lurkers too. Shout out to any lurkers who don't necessarily want to say something and say hi 10 times to all the homies. They just want to chill and hang out, or maybe you're not at the keyboard, you're just listening, so you don't want to say something and not respond and have people think you're ignoring them. I do that sometimes, right? I got it playing, but I'm not typing, so I can't really respond to people. And I'm like, I hope those people don't think I'm an ignorer. I'm just not at the keyboard, man. All right. So yeah, if you look, I don't know why. I guess is Marvel taking a week off or something, but there are no Marvel. I looked at some other sites to make sure it wasn't just Previews World, and it wasn't. The other sites didn't have Marvel either. So I don't know. We got an FOC day, baby. All right. So first up, let's talk about the Expanse Dragon Tooth. I'm a little behind. I'm a couple of issues behind on this one, but I am enjoying this book. I love this story. If you watch the show, you probably heard me talk about the Expanse, but the Expanse on Amazon Prime now. It started off on the Sci-Fi Channel, but Amazon Prime bought it, and then they started doing seasons after I think 3 maybe. But it's a great space show. If you're into space stuff, it's the most realistic space show that I've ever watched. Obviously there's some unrealistic things, but they really do try and make you think about, what it would be like to live in space the way that they do, and like the natural implications of that in terms of like, there's just several moments where you put yourself in the shoes of the people, and it's just like mind blowing to think about actually being where they are, whatever they're doing. So I love this show. The first 2 seasons are kind of boring. They're good enough to keep watching, but it's kind of boring to me. But when season 3 comes through and the rings open, the whole thing becomes amazing, man. So it's a space show. So it's set way in the future, and you have pretty much 3 factions of human beings. You have the Earthers, the people who live on Earth, obviously. And Earth is obviously one world now, new world order, the thing that we all fear, which is probably inevitable. And then there's the colony of people on Mars. So there's Mars faction as well, and they fight with Earth. But then those are the 2 heavy hitters, like Russia, US heavy hitters. And then you have the kind of Palestinians, if you will, the Belters. And these are the people who live and die in space, and they mine the belt for resources that get sent back to Mars and Earth. So they're considered basically the minority, if you will. And it's one of the things that's interesting about the Belters is they can't go back to Mars or Earth because their bones are set to space. So if they were to go on to to a place with gravity would literally tear them apart. In fact, in the first season, you see Avars Arala torturing a Belter on Earth with gravity. It's freaking crazy. But the first 2 seasons have a story about the space station and this character who's an interesting character. It's just he's doing this kind of like investigation thing, and it was all right, but a lot of it ends up not really mattering. But the stuff that happens in season 3 is super important. It's still having ramifications, even in this book. This book is a direct continuation of the last season, the final season, I think 6. May have been 5. I think it was 6 though. And so I'm hoping and praying that we get a movie or more TV shows, because I love these characters. The cover on this one has my guy Amos, and there's two characters that I love in this show. It's Amos, number one. I love Amos. He's so awesome in so many ways. And then I also love Kamina Drummer. She's a belter, and I just absolutely love that character. I love the actress that plays her. She's so very awesome. So I'm plugged in on this one. Cannot wait to get to it. There's a B cover as well. That's Bobby Draper and Amos on that one. I probably will not get the B cover. I don't really care about all that. Yes. All right. Another drummer. She was, dude. The speech that she in season 3, when they first go through the ring, the speech that she gives to the belters, it gives me goosebumps. It straight up gives me goosebumps. It's like some gladiator shit. It gives me. I love that scene so much, and even now when I see it on social media, and I sit there and watch it, and it still gives me goosebumps, dude. I love that speech. I love Kamina. She's so awesome. All right. What else we got here? We got Garfield. Not interested in that one. I am on Man's Best. I haven't read it yet, and I need to read it to decide if I'm going to get this one or not. But I decided to give it a try because Pornsack wrote The Good Asian. I enjoyed The Good Asian, and I follow writers more than anything, so I'll give it a chance because that writer entertained me before. So I will probably end up, because I don't like to judge a book off just one issue. I think it's really hard to do that. Glass Cannon Podcast did a show called Androids and Aliens, and one character was based off a belter from The Expanse. Oh, that's dope. Cannon Podcast. I don't know what that is. I'll have to see what that is. That sounds interesting. I love obviously, I identify with the belters. You filthy inalotas. You filthy inalotas. Beltalora. Okay. All right. Enough of that. I know a lot of people are reading Pine and Merrimack. I am not on that one, but I know my comic book dad, I gave that one a good review. And I almost got it, but I decided not to get it. There were some, and I put these on the movie. No, it's the show, The Expanse. No, she's Kamina Drummer is a character from The Expanse, the TV show on Amazon Prime. And now comic book with Boom Studios. I really liked this Dan Mora cover, man. Dan Mora don't miss. He really don't. He's my second favorite, and he's really close to my, tied for my favorite with Jorge Jimenez is my favorite, and Dan Mora is second. And they both have a very similar style. Like sometimes they look like each other to me, to my eye, to my untrained eye. They look pretty close to each other, and I love them both, man. I think I put Jorge first because I fell in love with Jorge first, but they're kind of equal, really, if I'm really thinking about it. But yeah, I'm not on this book, but this one tingles my FOMO, my cover whore bone, man. I'm tempted to get that one. I'm gonna try not to. And this was another one that singled it, and this is another Dan Mora, but again, I'm not going to be on that book, but I do love this cover quite a bit, man. The first time since episode 11, baby. We're here. But come on, that's a beautiful cover. You can't be mad about that cover. That is a very nice cover. So I'm more likely to cover or buy this one, but if I cover or buy this one, I might as well cover or buy both of them. Yeah, I don't need more books though. That's the thing. Like that's the thing that'll make me not do it is when I look back there and I see all those boxes of comics. It's like, all right, I'm growing at a quick enough pace. We don't need to increase it with silliness. But those are nice. I do like both of those. Oh, what is this? I kind of like how that one looks. Who is that? Doesn't say. Kind of a cool cover though. Baseball is starting. Go Royals, baby. It's okay, Bleecker. It's okay. You can all take a week off. I'll carry this. We'll just get some FOC in, baby. I guess nobody wanted to talk about the Ed Piskor stuff, huh? That was just not where it was at. I had to show off some Jenny Frison. I'm a sucker for her style. I really am. I shared on Instagram recently her cover for Something is Killing the Children, number 38, and it is just a banger. I had to order 3 of them, man. You had to. Nope, you're not. You're not stopping it. It's too late. It's too late, Bleeker. We're already doing it.
Well, I just read the Ed Piskor article, so.
Okay. If you want to talk about that, I'm down to talk about that. Do you have any thoughts? Like, I was thinking, like, I don't know that we need to completely cancel Ed for this.
It's pretty,
but it's not cool.
It looks pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah.
At best, it looks creepy. At best. I don't know. Well, he said some things that are a little weird, and that makes me sad because I really like Ed Piskor's work. So.
And I really enjoy his love for comics. That's what really draws me to him and to his channel, is just a passion, a love for comics. And obviously he just knows a lot more about it than I do. So it's kind of an education thing too.
His work, it really reminds me of like one of my favorites, which is Robert Crumb. And it's been a long time since we've seen that in comic books. And it sucks that he's a creepy fucking prick.
And here's the problem. I say, all right, well, this incident, it's bad, but like, it's not the end of it is pretty bad though.
It's just
it's
okay.
Bad.
You're 18, that kills, or you're 17, that kills me. That's nothing. That just means 17. She kills him at art. She's just okay. Yeah. I get that's fine. That's misinterpreted. But the pictures of bedrooms in my house and video games and shit like
that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Obviously, there's the question about would you snitch on me? Clearly part of this grooming effort, because he says, if we robbed the bank, would you snitch on me?
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't see that yesterday when I was looking this stuff up, and I'm like, grooming is a little bit of a hard word, but when you see that, you're like, oh, God damn it, Ed.
Yeah,
what the fuck, dude?
I think grooming is probably with the way he was working it. And here's the other thing. Here's the other problem with it as well, is that he was using his position as an artist, an established artist, as kind of leverage, as an entry point, talking about her art in that way. And it's just, it was gross, and here's what's going to make it worse is the other people. Because if he did it with this chick, he's been sliding into DMs for a long time now.
Yeah.
And there's probably other stories that are going to come out.
And that's I bet you I wouldn't think that we wouldn't. I think there'd probably, if he's this kind of person, I think there's probably more out there.
Yeah, because you do these things if you get away with it, you keep doing it.
You do them until you get caught, right? That's what we've learned.
Yeah, that's the thing in life, is like sometimes you get away with something and you think that it's okay, but then that one time it stops being okay and you're fucked.
See, and that's the problem. I don't mind a weirdo. Be a fucking weirdo. That's awesome, but you don't have to be a creeper, man. You don't have to be you don't have to be a predator, And when you say he is using his position in the industry, and that is, you can't get away from that. If you are a powerful person in an industry and you're talking to 17-year-old girls saying, come hang out in my house and be in my bedroom and shit, it's a little much. I know those words weren't exactly said, but
that's the gist of it, though.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing a bit, but that's the gist of it.
That's there's no ambiguity.
No. Hey, if you want to crash at my house, here's a room that you can crash in. It has video games.
Yeah. If you're sending those kind of messages to a 17-year-old girl, then that's pretty. That's what is it, Chris Hansen? Here, come have a seat.
It's pretty.
Why don't you have a seat? Let's talk about
fucking apparent.
So you said here, naughty girl. What did you mean by that, Ed?
And
so, but
okay, and like, and yeah, I can see him using the words "naughty girl." He is a fucking weirdo, but
the context makes it
the context makes it just bad. It just makes
it's
it bad.
obvious. It's just what he like when you like I've been there, when you're hitting on a girl, and there's always a point where it's like, okay, it's time to be obvious about what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
He was being very obvious about what he was doing.
I would think so. Yeah, and it makes me upset because I like his work. That's too bad, man. That's really shitty.
What up, E-Man? My San Francisco brother's in the house. He says, oh yeah, Pisker is scum. Nuff said, fuck that guy. There's a lot of people. Did you not like him already? Because I've seen a lot of people who clearly didn't like him already are coming out of the woodwork as their time to really.
Yeah, it's their time to shine now, and they can shit on somebody, which is fine. He deserves it, but that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been an innocent thing, right? Very easily could have been an innocent thing, but
it just doesn't look like an innocent thing, man. And I'm trying. I like it. I like his work. I want him to be not guilty. So.
I was in a chat. I think it might have been I was in somebody's chat, and it was Norenrad who had mentioned it. And as soon as he mentioned it, I immediately Googled it, and I didn't see anything at that time.
He mentioned it at church, actually.
Yeah, it was at church. You're right. Yeah. And but he sent me some links on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, it is real. Oh, that sucks. That's not what I wanted."
Because I did the same thing. I looked it up right away, and I found one guy's channel that hates the shit out of Ed Pisker, and he's like, finally, I've got something on Ed Pisker. So there's that guy's channel and like a Reddit thread that I found, but this link that you posted in the chat there, that's pretty.
Yeah, and like Callie said,
even if you don't read the article, you just read the DMs. Like, don't let the guy's words influence you. Just read those DMs. They're pretty telling, man. That's pretty telling stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying it. And like Callie said, 21-year difference. This girl was 17 at the time, and Ed was 38.
Yeah.
And if you're 38 and that's the game, it does say something about you if you're a grown-ass man and you're not dealing with grown-ass women,
Yeah.
That does say something about you.
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro.
Like I was too impatient to date a 17-year-old girl when I was 23. Probably might have been before that, but like I remember guys at that age being like, "Oh yeah, let me get one of these girls coming out of high school," and I'm like, I will be annoyed. I will be annoyed as fuck by her.
When I was
this will not work out.
I don't know. When I was that age, so this is weird. So when I was a younger guy, I was into older chicks, like 25 to 30-year-old chicks. They were hot, man. Yes. And then now that the older I get, I'm more into like 30-year-old. I mean, it's got swung the other way, but not fucking as far as Mr. Ed fucking Pisker.
I don't, dude. I'm telling you, I'm into big bone women now, man.
Big bone women. All right.
I love curvy women, dude. It does something crazy to me.
Definitely women that look like women, not women that look like 12-year-old fucking boys. That's weird.
I was thinking about that today, about how it has really shifted, about how in like the 80s, and I think K-pop was talking about, she was talking about how back then, you didn't want a butt. The cosmopolitan girl was super duper skinny.
And like broad shouldered because they all had fucking shoulder pads on their shit. It's fucking the 80s were a weird time, man.
Very weird. But they were all rail thin, and in modeling, like if you had any curves at all, you needed to go on a diet.
That's because they were coke. They were all fucked back then.
You look at models now and they got hips, they got curves, they got those things that I enjoy, and it's a new world out here.
I dig me a nice Amazon chick, bro.
Oh, dude.
Fine.
Me too. That's the dream, get with the big tall girl and create some basketball players.
Yeah, man, I'll climb that mountain any day.
Them legs that go all the way to the floor. All right, man, I'm getting me worked up. Yes, man. Curvy Brazilian women. That's what's up. All right, well, I'm going to count this as an FOC episode, Bleeker, because we did get to talk about FOC.
You did. You did talk about it. I missed most of it, but I came in to save the rest of this nonsense because it's terrible. We can't have this.
Well, yeah, I think E-Man Grace makes a great point. Sir Mix-a-Lot did change the game with that song. And that song still gets played to this day. You know, people still bump that one. But
I like big butts. Boom.
yeah, when that when he came back, when that came out, we were still in the skinny, rail thin girls era, and that song was a big part of changing. Obviously, there was other songs like Rump Shaker from Rex and Effects, but that was the big one. In my time, 6th and 7th grade, girls dated middle school age boys. In high school, girls dated college guys or older men. We didn't think it was unusual, but knew if dad found out. Well, yeah, and Gore, that is definitely something different. I remember this one time that I was in college, and she was a senior in high school, but she was still in high school. She was 18 even, but she was in high school. And I was afraid. I was so afraid. I didn't go for it because I didn't.
You just can't, right? Like, I know it's not as bad like 2018, 2019, 17. It doesn't, but you just gotta let them. You gotta wait. You gotta wait, man.
Yeah. But that, Gore, I think, there's arguments to be made about that range, right? But 17 to 38, there's no arguments.
Yeah, there's no fucking argument there, bro.
There's no arguments to be made about that range. That's a whole, like I said, I think it says something about you if that's what you're looking for. It says something about you. Because if I'm single, if my wife divorced me today, I'm not going after 17-year-old women. I'm going after big bone MILFs all day, dog, every day. That's where I'm going, dog.
But yeah, you like moms.
Yeah, I think, and I was wondering if that's because my wife, who I'm still attracted to my wife, so I'm wondering how much of that is a function of my evolution of my taste. Is as my wife, as she gets older, she's had 2 kids, so I do think that's definitely a part of the evolution of my taste. Is my wife changed, and so what I like changed with her.
Well, I've got little sisters, and I'm like, I would never, I would never have sex with somebody younger than my little sister. Not like trying.
Well, how old is
weird? It'd be fucking weird. Like, I don't know. That's just weird to me.
I mean, honestly, if I'm single and you're 18 and you're really hot and you really want me, I don't know that I'm capable of saying no to such things.
Fair enough.
But I need to see some ID. Show me some ID before we.
Yeah, but you're not sliding into DMs going, you can sleep.
Yeah, I'm not out here actively saying, "Oh, you
sleep in my crib."
Oh, it kills me that you're 17. What are you?
If you're ever in my neck of the woods, I got an extra room for you with video games in it.
I'm sure Pisker was in a watch list somewhere. Yeah, I mean, Red Room was interesting. I got Red Room more for the art. I enjoy his.
I loved the art in Red Room. Loved it.
And it was crazy, and
fucking I just amazingly crazy. It was awesome.
It was obviously he spent a lot of time on it, right? There was a lot of work put into it. At university, one of my literature professors dated one of his students. She was a punk rocker. He taught Milton. We liked them both. They ended up getting married, still are to this day. Yeah, back in the day, things were different. I'll tell you, in my first high school in Belleville, Illinois, the head volleyball coach, he was also the assistant coach for football. His wife was one of his former players and students.
That's weird, man.
Yeah.
I guess that's just weird. I also find I know not a lot of people watch the UFC around here, but Rose Namajunas, her relationship with her,
with Pat Barry,
that's a weird relationship, dude. That's a weird relationship.
At this time, like, it's so many years later. Because actually, me and my wife were huge Rose fans when she was on Tough way back, and she still had long hair.
Yeah.
So, but we're at this. They've been married for a long time now. It's like, I think we got to let it go at this point, right?
Yeah, but okay, but you talk about grooming. You groom somebody long enough, they're your basic little weird slave that you've had since they were not old enough to really think for themselves or have any real. You've been in there so long, they can't break away from you. That's weird, man. That's fucking weird.
I think, she's been a world champ twice.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. You could be right, but I just feel like she has been in enough position of power to where if she wanted to go, she could have.
Okay.
But who knows?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're arguing over. Well, I'm not arguing. We're just talking about something.
Yeah.
We don't. You can't really say for sure.
Who knows? But I'm an MMA fan, and that is something you cannot bring out Rose without people bringing that up.
It's a weird thing. He met her when she was really young, blah, 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 groomed her all the way until she was a certain age and then started dating her. Weird.
Are he's doing these? I'm assuming they're exclusives, right, Nate? I'm assuming that's the case. If he's doing the same cover, I don't think I need to see it. Right? I want to see something new. Yeah, Rose is great. Rose, I was really happy when she won the title, man.
It was just really so unexpected. That little waif of a girl can fucking fight, man. It's so awesome.
She came a long way from tough. Yeah, she came a really long way.
So that's pretty kick-ass. She did.
See, that's crazy. You get locked up nowadays for that, right? My gym teacher knocked his wife up while she was in high school on the senior trip.
Oh yeah, you get fucking killed for that. That's fucking that's the end of life.
That's crazy. Yeah, baby. That's right. All right, we're at an hour. Bleeker, thanks for jumping on, saving the day once again.
Well, someone's got to do it. Some heroes don't wear capes, buddy.
What do you got going on your channel, my man?
Same as usual, brother. We got church on Sunday mornings. Everybody's welcome. If you hate people, you love people. Everybody that's hated and loved is welcome there. So come on down. I don't know, man. That's about it, really. I think I'll be on Mon's channel on Friday. We're doing like a crow hangout, so we're gonna be on there.
We're gonna talk about the new movie.
Yeah, I imagine we're gonna get into it.
Has it been out yet, or it won't have been out?
No, we're just probably talking about the trailer, and we're going through the comic, and I don't know exactly what he's got planned, but we're definitely going to be breaking down some crow shit. So,
yell at clouds! How dare they remake this? Definitely go watch Beckerman's unboxing on the comment button. It was a good time, and you'll get to see Beckerman's very cool gift and Callie's very interesting vial.
Yes, yeah, to say the least, right? To say the least.
Yeah, his little cocaine tube that he had there. Let me find the link for that before we go.
Biggie's got the Collector Club on Friday. People go watch that if you like hanging out.
And if you like looking at dope comics.
Super dope comics. K-Pop's got her show. I think she's got a show Friday and Sunday, I believe. So go check her out. You guys all have Trev the Shipping Guru. You know who you are.
Yeah, there's all kinds of great stuff. Everybody in the chat is dope. All right, but we'll shut it down for now. Everybody that came through, I appreciate you so much for another episode 52 of FOC and Chill. Been at this for over a year now. Thank you again to my guest once again, Bleeker, 2 weeks in a row coming through to save the day. Thanks for coming through as always. And that's all I got for you guys this time. Until next time.